when? So when was we gonna discuss this? This is straight up blasphemous. Public school grading scale. I don't even know if this is true or not. Say it ain't so. Quickly. Fast. In what world was an A 84%? That's a clean B. Clean. Squeaky clean B. A is 84%. When? To keep it funky with you, it's not even A that's killing me, it's B. B is 64%. Baby, that's failing. That's failing. When I went to school, 65 was just making it. You just barely passed by the skin of your teeth. B is 64% now. So basically what you're saying is that the school grading system didn't mean shit when I was going to school because y'all just changed the shit. I didn't even know you could change the percentages. Like, I didn't even know that. C, 44%, D, 24%, and F is 0. They setting the kids up for straight failure. That's laziness. These poor kids, no wonder they slow, illiterate, can't read or write. They abbreviating everything. CMP, call my phone. That's not an abbreviation. They shortening everything because they cannot spell. Like, I'm so confused. Plenty of my classmates back in the day was fighting the teachers on their grades. Mad, summer school, all that. And now y'all changing the grading system?
Hey, everybody. Hey, friends. What's going on? What's going on? I miss y'all guys. Look, this is gonna be quick. Don't be telling my business. Look at the GPS telling my business. Child, is Beyonce broke? Is she broke? Look, as a mother who has twins, I have twins around the same age as Beyonce's twins. And she has an older child. And she got a husband. And a very active mama. And a sister. And a nephew. And some half siblings. Now, I know there's a few of y'all that don't like the term half siblings. Them not half siblings. Those are siblings. I don't use the word half. Why? Because you don't want to put a light on your pappy's indiscretions. They have... literally and figuratively half siblings. Those are not your siblings. Siblings is the same mama and the same daddy. Okay, and it's usually people of the melanated persuasion that it'd be like in Africa, we don't say half siblings, those are your siblings, because your father is out there. Okay, and it's embarrassing when your mama is dragging you to church every Sunday with a bunch of children that look like your daddy but don't look like your mama, and you be saying them your siblings when only 2 out of the 5 of y'all have the same mama and the same daddy. Anywho, Beyonce got a bunch of half siblings, and quiet as it's kept, she don't even consider them kids her half siblings. She never talk about them. Okay, them her daddy's children. Anyway, let's put the train back on the track and talk about what is going on. Now, I know the peoples that be in all the financial magazines and blogs saying that we're not in a recession, but it damn sure feel like a recession because this is the most money I have ever made in my entire adult life, yet I seem to be just keeping my head above water. And in a time when you spending thousands of dollars a month on stuff that used to cost you hundreds or $200. Like, I remember groceries not being a comma on my credit card bill. Anywho, a comma every month because I pay my statement balance off because I don't want to give no people that interest. And I know that is a oddity to be able to pay off your statement balance every month because people are using credit cards to survive. That's asinine to me. And I use credit cards instead of using my debit card because you never know when you're in a rainy situation. And why not get that free 30-day buffer and also points? Anywho, it's only recently that I'm able to fully pay off statement balances because of my new employment opportunity. But I know that's an oddity. Like, no tea, no shade. People are barely keeping their head above water. And I say this to say, I preface all of this to say that with all that I got going on, there's nothing I'm really passionate about. But it just seems like Beyonce has all of these consumerist products coming out that she and I quote have been passionately working on for the past 4 years. Girl, you had back-to-back albums, and we talking about Renaissance, but nobody talking about Cowboy Carter, right? So you've had back-to-back albums. You put people in debt to pay for these concert tickets. You had this movie documentary that was only available in movie theaters that cost these people $25 a ticket. And then you came out with a country album. And then you came out with Sacred. Sacred is barely out of its infancy stage. This is this hair care line product that you were passionate about for the past 4 years. I think you had a perfume. I think I'm missing something. I think you had a perfume. And now you came out with whiskey? And everything that she puts out comes out with a cutesy story. Girl, we ain't never see your natural hair. When we knew you, it was micro braids and then wigs, beautiful wigs and gowns and wigs. And now you come up with this hair care line that you've been passionately working on for 4 years. And now it's a whiskey? And that also comes with a cutesy story of your great-grandpappy? No. Now, I love to say that I live in a country that is a capitalistic society, and I'm low-key a quiet capitalist, right? But I don't like aggressive consumerism. And I know it sounds like an oxymoron because you need consumerism, but excessive, gluttonous consumerism, I don't like. So we're always looking for the cheapest, and when you do the cheapest and when you do low quality, that comes at a cost. That comes after exploiting someone, exploiting a country. Being pushed to buy a cell phone every year comes at a cost. And then every time you get an update, Apple people, you know, I'm team Android. We don't got that problem. But for the 17% of y'all that bullies that use iPhone, every time y'all get an update, you're low-key getting pushed to buy a new phone because your phone don't work good no more. I don't know if Beyonce is trying to hoard enough money because she know what's coming. Because, you know, they say that them people in the Illuminati. So she's trying to hoard as much money as possible, which I get. But it's disingenuous to keep pushing out these products at this time. We're in a crazy election time. I have a acquaintance that makes too much for low-income housing and makes too little for luxury apartment in the Bronx. They just throw the word luxury apartment on the Bronx so they don't have to take Section 8 or government subsidies. So they deem it luxury, but it look like a regular schmegula degular apartment that's this fucking big, and she is stuck, literally stuck in the middle class black hole. Because 20 years ago, maybe even 10 years ago, that was good money. And she can't move because she has children and she shares custody, so she can't leave the tri-state area. And she's actually at a place of employment that allows her to unapologetically be a mom. And if you're a mom, you know what that means. That means unapologetically being a mom means that if you gotta run out and pick up a kid from school because they threw up, and the new regulations is if your kid throws up, you got to take them home, and then you got to get they could return to school. So she's at a place where you can unapologetically be a mom And she's been there forever, right? And her only option to expand her living situation, because she's in an apartment that she had when she was a bachelorette. And she has started a family, had a couple kids, and she's still there. The kids are getting bigger. You're making good money. I'm going to say it's good money. You're making good money. Active ex-husband, who has said to her that he's willing to help her get the apartment or a new place. Like, active, like they don't hate each other, which is fine. But he has another family and responsibilities as well. And I get it. But it's sad to see that she doesn't have enough liquid assets to get an apartment. Because she told me that when she went to get a mortgage with a company in upstate New York, now she was willing to commute down to New York City, and she was willing to move up state because her kids are old enough to ride a set school bus to school, right? So she could leave early and they could pretty much get themselves ready. They're almost teens, right? They can get themselves ready, walk to the school bus, get to school, get home, be by themselves, whatever. And she was willing to commute. And the fact that she went to this new development, I'm trying to get the story right, that's why I'm pausing. And I don't want to give out too much information, but I'm having a point. I'm getting to a point. She went to this new development in upstate New York that was self-financing, meaning the builder was also giving the loans and yada, yada, yada. And it was 3% down and blah, blah, blah. And mind you, she's a government worker. Government worker, right? Recession-proof, literally recession-proof job. She's recession-proof. The whole government would have to collapse for her to lose her job, right? For her job not to exist anymore. Been there decades, union, strong, nothing to worry about, right? They didn't like the fact that she uses her credit cards to buy groceries and pay after school childcare. Because where she lives in the city, right? Where she lives in the city, it's just beneficial for her kids to stay at after school until she could pick them up, which comes at a cost. I pay after school costs for public school. They didn't like the fact, it showed instability, the fact that she purchases groceries and pays for her childcare costs on her credit card. I do the same thing. So you're in this proverbial black hole of middle classness where you make too much money to qualify for low income subsidized housing. I'm not talking about Section 8. I'm talking about the lottery. The lottery, where these big multi-billion-dollar entities get 30-year tax abatements if they offer 20% to low income. 20% of the units to low income. I'm not talking about Section 8. I'm talking about that. I'm talking about the lottery. It's not even guaranteed an apartment. It's just so you could throw your fucking hat in the ring. And makes too little. They want 3 times the income. 3 to 4 times the price of apartment for take home income. Not your growth. Not take home. So if your apartment is $4,000 a month, they want you to take home $12,000. Just to be able to rent a $4,000 1-bedroom studio garden apartment. And garden means a terrace with a plant on it. A planter on it. That's a garden apartment. And we're social. We were colleagues. We're kind of social media friends now. She puts up this post. And my advice to her is, girl, you're going to have to get yourself a man. or woman. You're going to have to make an agreement with somebody to put another income on the books, because that's where we're at. We're at this double up, triple up, throuple society where a woman with a couple of children, almost teenagers, making six figures cannot afford anything. Makes too much, it makes too little. And the fact that Beyonce is pushing these products to have this gross consumerism is disingenuous. She don't care about y'all, and something is coming where these celebrities are in this mad dash to just throw out products and hoard money. Let's see. Let me know what y'all think in the comments.